For map types and map styles, I have added two text views over here, a map fragment and two spinners. I have also used two arrays inside arrays.xml. You can see that file over here under values folder. I have added two arrays over there. Let's take a look at them. One of them is map type entries, which are all the values that we can have for our map type, such as normal, satellite, hybrid, terrain, and none. The next one is map style entries, such as grayscale, night, retro, transit, and default. Okay, whenever we select an item on the spinner, we want to change the map type, or if we select another item on the second spinner, we want to change the style. So let's take a look at the Java file. Over here I have finded the fragment, finded the two spinners that we have, and called setOnItemSelectedListener. So whenever we select an item on the spinner, we want to run our code that changes the type or style of the map. Over here I have checked whether the selected spinner is the first spinner map type or the second spinner map style. So if the selected spinner is the first one, we want to change the map type. Changing map type is very easy. All you need to do is calling Google Map.set map type, and it takes an integer which there are already some constant values inside Google Map. For example, if you want to use satellite map type, all we need to do is calling map type satellite. Also, there are some other map types over here, such as hybrid, non-normal, satellite, and terrain. Normal is what we already can see on the map. Satellite is the satellite view. It doesn't show the only roads. It is the completely 3D map type. And hybrid is both of them. It shows the roads and the places too. Terrain is for showing things such as parks, roads, jungles, I don't know, oceans, and things like that. So let's select this one over here, and we can delete this and press Alt Enter. So it is added over here. Static Google Map, map type satellite. For the map style, we want to call Google Map.set map style. And I am going to use, as you can see, it takes a map style option as a parameter. So I am going to call map style option.load raw resources style. I have already added some JSON files under raw directory over here. They are the styles for the map, such as night, which is a night view, grayscale, retro, or transit. You can open the map and you can see this is the whole JSON file that defines what map style we want. For example, for roads, the color are this one. You can change those two. The stroke color is that one. The fill color is that one. All of this defines how the style should work. And we can have custom styles too. Let's close that out. So I'm going to call r.raw. For example, if you want to use grayscale, map style.grayscale. This one actually takes two parameters. The first one is the context. So let's add that too. That's it. We are going to use map type satellite for our map, and map style grayscale for our map style. But there are actually, as you saw, there are more than that. We have normal, satellite, hybrid, Terran, and none for map type, and we have grayscale, night, retro, transit, and default for map style. So we actually need an array and use the ID of selected item to get the value that we want. So I am going to add two arrays, one for map type, which has all the map types that we want inside it, and the next one for the map style, which is going to use all the values over here. So the first thing to do is to add in the two arrays that we want. I have already typed those two arrays, so I'm just going to copy paste them over here and hold using Alt Enter to add all of these map types. Okay, this is the constant value for map types, and on the bottom there are the raw files that we have added. Also, there is something at the end as null. Remember, if you want to assign an integer with null, you have to use the integer class, not the int, like what you can see here. So use the integer class so you can assign an integer to null. Why do I have added null over here? Because if you see inside the map style, the last one is transit, and there is no need for an style to set. Sorry, the last one was default. There is no need to use any style for default map style. All you need to do is setting the map style to null. But you can't have a null resource. Actually, if we get null over here, this is going to throw an exception. So the first thing to do here is I am going to use map type array, and the ID is I, the selected item ID is I over here. So it will choose the corresponding map type that we want. And for over here, I'm going to use map style array with the index of I. But as I told you, if we have null over here, we can't load raw resources style. We can't have null as a resource. And it will throw an exception. So let's add a try catch over here. If we are going to get an error, which means we have already selected the last item, which is null, we are going to handle the exception by calling Google Map.set map style to null, which will actually set the map style to default. Exactly what we need. The last item default, and the last item over here inside map style is null. If the user selects the last item, it will give us an error. This code won't run anymore, and we are going to set the map style to none. I am going to run this. Okay, this is all our values. Let's set the map style to default for now. This is the default map style, and this is the normal map type. Let's change it to satellite. As you can see the whole world it isn't just rows or anything. This is the complete 3D world. We can see it over here. Okay, let's change it to something else, to hybrid. In the hybrid, we can see the roads and the 3D map at the same time. Let me zoom in. I hope there is some roads over here. As you can see, there is some yellow lines over here, and you can see the roads too. Also the other places. Let's use the next map type. Over here, if we click terrain, this is the terrain map type. If there is any park or anything like that, it will be so clear on terrain map type. Where we are right now is mostly desert, I think, and that makes sense. For example, these green lights are the parks, or yeah, there are parks. The next one is none, which no map will be loaded. Let's click on normal for now. Let's change the map style. This is the night map style. You can see the world in night view. And this is the retro map style. And after that, this is the default map style, which we have used for the whole project till now. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe, and if you like our videos, please like them or add a comment or share it with your friends.